From WNIJ Studios on the campus of Northern Illinois University, this is Sessions from Studio A. I'm Spencer Tritt. Sessions from Studio A is a showcase for local and touring artists here in our region. We record their performances in Studio A and bring the concerts to you, wherever you're listening in from. Singer-songwriter Jason Benefield stopped by WNIJ last week for our Studio A Cafe concert series. We'll hear that performance and talk with Jason Benefield about his latest album, Apothecary.
I feel like music's that for me too. Like it's medicine, you know. Listening to it and also playing it is medicine for me.
Stay tuned for Jason Benefield recorded live. That's coming up this hour on Sessions from Studio A, right after these headlines from NPR.
My words around it. I can't write a song about it now.
Welcome to Sessions from Studio A. I'm Spencer Tritt. We're hearing a performance this hour from singer-songwriter Jason Benefield. He stopped by WNIJ last week for our Studio A Cafe concert series, where we open up the studio and invite an audience to join us for the live recording. Later on, I'll talk with Jason Benefield, but we have a lot of great music ahead, so let's get right into it. This is Jason Benefield recorded live in WNIJ's Studio A.
Sheets of paper crumpled, strewn across the floor. Vapid rhymes and hackneyed metaphors. But the mailman brought a song to my door, and I'm alright. I'm alright. Bleed myself until my soul runs out of ink. Let the TV try to tell me what to think. Watch the water as it drains out of the sink, and I'm alright. I can't tell you what day it is today. I don't need to know that anyway. Plan tomorrow and let yesterday decay, and I'm alright. I'm alright. The way it sounds when truth and music interlace, when fear and hate are overwhelmed by love and grace. The way the sun feels when it's shining on my face, and I'm alright. Wrote a song to make today make sense. Got a broken heart as a consequence. but the game was worth the expense, and I'm alright. I'm alright.
Thank you. That song's called I'm All Right. And that is streaming everywhere you like to stream your music. So this is an older song. This is a song I wrote. I was living in Westmont at the time. And there was this thing at a local, it was a local church. It served as like a community center, and they were having this arts collective thing. And they had a monthly event, and each month there was a different theme, and you could do whatever you wanted, any kind of art. If you could, paint something, you could, do a song that somebody else wrote that you think matches the theme. Well, I used it as sort of as a writing prompt, because I do get writer's block a lot, and so I thought it was a good way to kind of, all right, this at least gets me started on something, and I can write a song. So I wrote this song, and it's a song about not being able to write a song, and I wrote a song about not being able to write a song, which I'm aware of the irony therein, but that's what came out, and I don't actually remember what the prompt was that started it, but I remember the song, so I'm gonna play it for you. It's called "Can't Write a Song About It."
Let me out, watched me fade away, and I had my doubts that I'd make it anyway. And the rich men danced away from the messes that they made. They left us here to pay the bill. I can't seem to write a song about it, even though it's all I think about. I can't seem to wrap my words around it. I can't write a song about it now. If I had been made of stronger stuff, maybe then I would have been enough. You just danced away from the messes that I made. Can't say you're to blame, my love. I can't seem to write a song about it, even though it's all I think about. I can't seem to wrap my words around it. I can't write a song about it now. I can't seem to write a song about it, even though it's all I think about. I can't seem to wrap my words around it. I can't write a song about it now. It's eating at my soul, and I'm the only one who knows. I can't seem to write a song about it, even though it's all I think about. I can't seem to wrap my words around it. I can't write a song about it now. I can't seem to write a song about it, even though it's all I think about. I can't seem to wrap my words write a song about it now. I can't write a song about it now. I can't write a song about it now.
But I did. Thank you very much. I live in Aurora, Illinois now, and I live on the west side of Aurora, and the cool thing about that is that it's like, it's far enough out from like everything that it's pretty quiet. It's kind of, you know, calm and quiet, but it's close enough to everything where if you need something, you don't have to drive forever to get it. I had a week off of work, and it was a week where we were just gonna kind of just do house stuff, my wife and I, you know, and so I ended up writing 2 songs that week, which was a great excuse to not be doing house stuff. Baby, I gotta get this done. No, this is important. It's coming. It's coming. So this is a song that I wrote, and it's, you know, sometimes you write songs about like the big stuff and the big emotions and the big things that are happening, but sometimes you just write songs about sitting around drinking coffee, you know, on a cold afternoon, and that's what this song was. It's called Lay Low.
Built a case against myself and found me guilty on all charges. You're a horseshoe and I'm a hand grenade. We're both close enough to count, we're still so far away, and I wonder how much more we can take. Fall gave way to winter, summer fades too soon. I swear to God it's cold the whole damn year. This noise fills up my head. If I don't clear some space, that sound will be all I can hear. Slow down, let go. Slow down, let go. Breathe deep, lay low. Weather had turned too fast for the leaves to change and fall, so the first snow brought the branches crashing down. A taste of coffee in December on a cool gray afternoon, sitting on the quiet side of town. Slow down, let go. Slow down, let go. Breathe deep, lay low. Slow down, let go. Slow down, let go. Breathe deep, lay low. I built a case against myself, found me guilty on all charges. You're a horseshoe and I'm a hand grenade.
Thank you.
This is Sessions from Studio A, and you just heard Jason Benefield performing live at our Studio A Cafe concert series in front of the audience here in Studio A. Jason, so good to have you here, and welcome back to Studio A.
Thanks for having me back, man. This was a wonderful, wonderful experience.
And I'm saying welcome back because you were here previously with Matt Durda and the High Watts, and then also with your duo Echo and Ransom. So I definitely recommend people check out those sessions, but good to have you here solo and to hear the solo songs as well. I want to get a little bit of your background as a solo singer-songwriter.
Sure.
How did you get into writing your own music?
Boy, how much time do you have? So I started playing the guitar when I was, I think, like 8 years old, give or take. And I, when I was like a preteen, like junior high school, I would write these poems, and they were just like angsty poems, you know. And I was like, well, I should try to put some of these poems to music, and it never worked. I could not get it to work. And I realized later that it was because I was trying to, like, I had written poems, I hadn't written lyrics. So one day when I was about 15, I was just messing around on the guitar, and I got a melody in my head, and the words kind of, you know, snapped into the melody, and I was like, oh, that's what the difference was. These lyrics are just, for me anyway, is a different animal. They're musical, they're part of the song, and so once I kind of crack that, I was able to start writing, and now I can go either way because I think lyrically. Like when I'm thinking of, I think of them in terms of melody and things like that.
That's interesting, though. You needed kind of the words to come along with the music. It wasn't working when the words were separate, it sounds like.
Kind of, yeah. It was like a square peg, round hole kind of thing. But once I started writing in the context of the music, I was able to make it fit because it's the phrasing's different and the musicality of the words and things like that. It just works better if you're thinking in terms of, for me anyway, if I'm thinking in terms of lyrics rather than just thinking in terms of like prose or poetry or something like that.
Interesting, yeah. They're definitely different, very different art forms. Like,
yeah, I think so. There's similarities because with poetry, there's like, you know, there's rhythm and there's rhyme and there's, you know, there's a lot of similar things, but I do think it's not always transferable. Right. You know?
Yeah, definitely. So it sounds like guitar came first for you then, even before starting to write your own songs, you were playing guitar.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Give us a little bit of your writing process now that you've evolved and you're writing more lyrics. What does the songwriting process look like for you?
Well, now it's sort of evolved into. Well, see, I'm not a very disciplined writer. I know people who write like all the time.
Yeah, you mentioned in the studio that it kind of comes in spurts for you.
It comes in spurts, like. And I have to kind of grab onto it when I get it, and so it's, for me, it's really, these days it's not as often that I'm sitting down writing about something specific. I think I did that more years ago. I'd say I want to write a song about this, and then I'd write a song. But these days it's more something kind of hits me. You know, I'll hear somebody say something, or I'll say something, or, you know, something in a movie or something, you know, or reading a book, and it'll trigger it. And sometimes it still comes like that first song where I'll just be messing around on the guitar and I'll get a lyric in my head, you know, and just kind of see where it goes. And it's kind of an excavation process for me a lot of times, songwriting, where I'm not driving it as much as I'm just kind of seeing where it takes me and deciding after the fact what the song's about, you know. Sometimes I still don't know. There are songs that I've written that I don't even know what they're about, you know. Anybody else's interpretation is just as good as mine as far as I'm concerned, so.
I saw the city rising like the sun from the horizon.
You're hearing my talk with singer-songwriter Jason Benefield here on Sessions from Studio A. You can find his music on all streaming services and follow him on Facebook and Instagram at Jason Benefield. We'll be right back with more after the short break. You're listening to Sessions from Studio A.
I was dreaming, looking up I fell through every crack.
Welcome back to Sessions from Studio A. I'm Spencer Tritt with singer-songwriter Jason Benefield. This hour, We're hearing an interview with him and live recordings from our Studio A Cafe concert series recorded last week. You can check out video from that concert over on WNIJ.org, along with more episodes of Sessions from Studio A. That's all under the Music tab. Later on, we'll talk more with Jason Benefield about his latest album, Apothecary. But first, let's get back into the studio for more of his performance, recorded in front of a live audience. It's Jason Benefield this hour on Sessions from Studio A.
Wonder what I'm gonna do the night you leave. Wear my heart on a record sleeve. It's so sad that I can't grieve the night you leave. Wonder what I'm gonna do the night you go. Right off all the debts I owe. Get so high I forget I'm low. The night you go. Wonder what I'm gonna do when you are gone. Burn the night till it turns to dawn. You're so right, I don't know I'm wrong. When you are gone. Wonder what I'm gonna do when you're not here. Dance with ghosts and curse my tears. Get so mad I can't feel my fear. You're not here. Wonder what I'm gonna do when I get old. Count the cost of the soul I sold. Get so drunk I don't know I'm cold. When I get old.
Thank you. I'm going to actually leverage the fact that I'm in this tuning and do another song again, just to make it so you don't have to sit and watch me tune like another couple of times later, so make it easy on you. So this is a song that I wrote a while back. I wrote it, I think, 20-something years ago, and I played it for, forever. Like, it happens a lot. You kind of, at least I kind of shelve songs. Like, I'm like, okay, it's served its purpose, and I don't really play it very much anymore. But then I started messing around in that tuning, and I realized that tuning was making the song sound exactly like I wanted this song to sound when I wrote it 20-something years ago. So I just rearranged what I had done back then, and ended up putting it on Apothecary as well. The name of the song is "It's Tomorrow Already."
up, Serena. It's time to face the day. It's tomorrow already. Gotta be on my way. Wake up and listen. City's calling my name. It's tomorrow already. But it looks a lot like today. Come here and hold me. God knows I need your touch. It's tomorrow already, and already I miss you so much. Come here and tell me it we're gonna be just fine. It's tomorrow already, and already I'm losing my mind. Come on and dance with me on the sunrise. Let's pretend that it's our own. Let's pretend that this road ain't so long. Come on and love me like I'm not gonna be around tomorrow. It's tomorrow, and I'm gone. I'm gone. Wake up and tell me about all your dreams. It's tomorrow already, whatever that means. Come here and hold on to my hand. It's tomorrow already, and already I'm a lonely man. Come on and dance with me on the sunrise. Let's pretend that it's our own. Let's pretend that this road ain't so long. Come on and love me like I'm not gonna be around tomorrow. It's tomorrow, and I'm gone. Oh, I'm gone. Come on and dance with me on the sunrise. Let's pretend that it's our own. Let's pretend that this road ain't so long. Come on and love me like I'm not gonna be around tomorrow. It's tomorrow, and I'm gone. I'm gone. Wake up, Serena. I'm gonna be okay. It's tomorrow already, but it looks a lot like today.
Thank you.
Jason Benefield, It's Tomorrow Already, recorded live at WNIJ's Studio A Cafe Concert Series. That's our monthly concert series we record in front of a live audience here in the studio. We invite you to join us for free on the first Tuesday of every month. We still have one more of those Studio A Cafe concerts coming up. That's on Tuesday, November 4th. You can find more info on WNIJ.org. And find that last song from Jason Benefield on his album Apothecary. That's on all streaming services, and you can also find more on jasonbenefield.com on his website. Stay tuned. After the break, we'll hear more live recordings, and I'll talk with Jason Benefield about his latest album, Apothecary. You're listening to Sessions from Studio A.
I saw the city rising like the sun from the horizon.
Welcome back to Sessions from Studio A. If you're just joining us, we're hearing singer-songwriter Jason Benefield from Aurora, recorded live here at WNIJ. This performance was recorded in front of a live audience for our Studio A Cafe Concert Series. You can check out video from the performance and learn more about other Studio A Cafe concerts on WNIJ.org. Find more music from Jason Benefield on all streaming services. We'll talk with him in a little bit about his latest album, Apothecary. But first, let's get back into Studio A for more from his Studio A Cafe concert. This next one is a newer song from him. It's called Poets and Prophets. It's Jason Benefield recorded live on Sessions from Studio A.
I saw the city rising like the sun from the horizon. Man, I was flying with wings made from feathers, faith, and wax. I was dreaming like the poets and the prophets. I was dreaming, looking up I fell through every crack. I remember the way her body looked wrapped up in moonlight. I remember the way her body felt wrapped up in mine. We were young then, young enough to take it all for granted. We were young then, all love and lust and promises and wine. And we are so hung up on living for tomorrow. And we are hung up on reliving yesterday. And we think happiness is just around the corner. We miss the happiness that we could have today. I asked the preacher, "Preacher, why are you waiting for the kingdom?" I asked why not build the kingdom here on earth today. He said, "Son, I'm just too tired and busy now for building." He said, "I've found it's easier to hope and wait and pray." And we are so hung up on living for tomorrow. And we are hung up on reliving yesterday. And we think Happiness is just around the corner. We miss the happiness that we could have today. And we are so up on living for tomorrow. And we are hung up on reliving the yesterday. And we think happiness is just around the corner. We miss the happiness that we could have today. I was dreaming like the poets and the prophets.
Thank you. And sometimes when I find myself that I've written a song, if I strike fast, I can get another one because that faucet's dripping, and I can get another one. And that's what happened here. I wrote the song like the next day or like 2 days later, and I was just talking about how like sometimes I don't sit down to write a song about something, but sometimes I do. And this one was a song that I wanted to write a song about depression because that's a struggle that I've had for a good portion of my life, and I wanted to write a song about it. And that's what this song is, more or less. And I was writing the one of the lines, and I needed an adjective. Like I didn't have enough words for the phrase. It was supposed to be by the to the light of a blank moon. I needed to fill in the blank, and it needed to be 2 syllables. And we had just had a full moon, and it was the hunter's moon. I Googled it. I was like, what's the name of the moon that just happened? It was the hunter's moon. So I was like, perfect. So that ended up being the title of the song because I thought it sounded cool. There was another famous song called Hunter's Moon by a rock band. There was little chance that anybody's going to confuse my song with theirs, so I think I'm safe. I think I should be all right. Thank you all so much for being here today. And listen, I was looking forward to doing this. Like I said, I've done this before for the sessions for Studio A, but it's cool to have people here and get to sing for you all. Thanks for spending your lunch hour with me. I do appreciate it.
Sitting around waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for the rain to stop, but it just keeps falling. Sitting around listening, trying to find a song to sing, hoping that the phone will ring, but no one's calling. Come around. Too tired to swim, I'm scared to drown. Sit around think about a girl I knew back when I was someone who didn't know how to love her. Sitting around talking to an empty room, to the light of a hunter's moon, to the memory of her. And I wish that tired to swim, I'm scared to drown. I wish that you would come around. I'm too tired to swim, I'm scared to drown. That you would come around. I'm too tired to swim, I'm scared to drown. Sitting around waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for the rain to stop, but it just keeps falling.
Thank you.
You're hearing singer-songwriter Jason Benefield, recorded live in WNIJ's Studio A. And we're joined with Jason Benefield. I wanted to ask a little bit about the latest album, Apothecary. Let's hear a little bit about this latest record from you. Where was it recorded? Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, I recorded it at Gremlin Studios in Aurora. I've worked with Gremlin a lot. Chris, the guy who owns the place and did the recording, is a good friend of mine. He's actually records Olivia Port's.
Who we've had here before.
You've had here before. My intention was, and I mentioned this during the show, that my intention was to record some full band stuff. And my wife said, you wrote these songs on a guitar, you play them on a guitar. These are, why don't you just record them, just you and a guitar and a harmonica? And I said, sure. I think that's a great, the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. And a lot of my recordings have been very acoustic based, and I've worked with Gremlin a lot, so it makes it really easy to when you've worked with an engineer repeatedly, and he knows what I want. We don't have to really discuss it very much. He kind of knows what I want it to sound like. I'm in the room with you, nothing fancy. It doesn't need to be processed. It's just a guy with a guitar. So it made it really easy, and the songs are sort of. It wasn't written as an album, it was a collection of things that I'd written for years. The oldest song on there was over 20 years old, and the newest song had been written maybe like 2 months before we started recording. So it was just a lot of stuff that had sort of accumulated.
I like the title too, Apothecary. Tell us a little bit about that title.
Yeah, I was driving around with my wife, and we were listening to Clarissa Pinkola Estes, who's she's like a story. She's a storyteller. She's like a lore keeper almost. She specializes in telling stories and talking about the, the underlying the meaning and where they came from and what they mean. And we were listening to one of her talks, and she said that she said something like in the introduction, these stories are an apothecary, because they're there for your benefit. You listen to these stories, these old stories that she's telling, and I feel like music's that for me too. Like it's medicine. Listening to it and also playing it is medicine for me. And through a lot of my life, it's been that, and so that really kind of resonated. And I just thought it'd be a cool album title too. So
Yeah.
it kind of worked out. It worked out pretty well. But that's where that came from.
Yeah, music as medicine.
Yeah,
Love that.
absolutely.
Do you have any shows coming up here later in October, November? Any shows coming up or future plans for you?
I've got some stuff coming up. Yeah, I would direct everybody to jasonbenefield.com. I've got some things. It's all local. I've got a couple of shows out in Westmont at a place right across from where I used to live. So it's going to be nice to get back to Westmont at Whiskey Hill. Coming up, I play at Go Brewing in a couple of weeks. I don't know if that one may have passed by the time this airs. I'm not sure.
Where's that at?
Go Brewing is in Naperville.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a brewery. Go in Blind Corner. But Go is a non-alcoholic brewery, and I'm NA myself, so it's kind of a cool place to play.
Yeah, neat.
They do some good work there. Go to jasonbenefield.com. On my calendar's there. I keep it as up to date as I can, and you can find me.
Excellent. So jasonbenefield.com. Your music is on streaming services as well. And thanks so much, Jason Benefield, for coming out to DeKalb and playing in Studio A today.
Thanks, man. This was a lot of fun. Appreciate it.
Morning meditation in the waning days of August. Summer's nearly over, it's on track to be the hottest. The news is pretty bad, but then again it always seems to be these days. I've been looking for some peace, it's getting hard to find. The garden's overgrown, but the squirrels don't seem to mind it. I'm feeling overwhelmed, but then again I always seem to be these days. No matter what tomorrow brings, I know that one day soon I'll look out and see the asters and the goldenrods in bloom. Life just keeps on living, I suppose I ought to keep on living too. No matter what tomorrow brings, I know that one day soon I'll look out and see the asters and the goldenrods in bloom. Life just keeps on living, I suppose I ought to keep on living too. Morning meditation as we closing on September. I've been feeling heavy-hearted for as long as I remember. Looking for relief, but then again I always seem to be these days.
Thank you so much.
Jason Benefield recorded live in WNIJ's Studio A. That was a new song from him titled Morning Meditation. And that wraps up this week's edition of Sessions from Studio A. Thanks so much for joining us. A big thanks to Jason Benefield for performing live at our Studio A Cafe concert series and talking with us here on Sessions from Studio A. You can find more about our Studio A Cafe concert series on WNIJ.org. We have one more for this year. That's happening on Tuesday, November 4th with local rock and roll group BB and the Billies out of Rochelle. That concert is free to attend and open to all. We hope to see you here in Studio A. You can find more from Jason Benefield on all streaming platforms, and you can buy and download copies of his albums over on his Bandcamp page. Also, check out his website, jasonbenefield.com, for more upcoming dates from him. He's on social media at Jason Benefield on Facebook and Instagram as well. Also, head over to WNIJ.org to see video from this live performance and more episodes of Sessions from Studio A in our show archive. You can also find more locally produced WNIJ music programs over there. Sessions from Studio A is produced at WNIJ Studios by yours truly, along with Mike Lundgren. Production interns are Megan Ralt and Oliver Wolf. I'm Spencer Tritt, and thanks so much for joining me this week on Sessions from Studio A.
Can't say you're to blame, my love. Can't seem to write a song about it, even though it's all I think about.